Hi y'all, welcome back to Bujo Fridays. If you're new to this channel, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Maverick Moses, and not only am I an avid bullet journalist, but I am also a writer currently working on my debut novel, Karma's Children. In this week's video, I'll be talking about keeping a mood tracker in your bullet journal, as well as give you 3 different examples of what that could look like. Hello, how are you? Happy? Sad? Tired? Angry? Drunk? Whatever you are, have you ever wondered how often you are of each in a given period of time? Then mood trackers are for you. Okay, joking aside now. Mood trackers can not only be really fun to do, but they can actually help put your days into perspective and actually be able to improve your mood in the long run. Mood trackers are most commonly used in your monthly spreads, but you can also adapt it at the beginning of your bullet journal during your yearly spread. When creating a mood tracker, you'll typically draw out either shapes or a grid with a date within each one. So for monthly, you could include 1 through however many dates there are that month, or adapt it to the entire year and do 1 through 365. You'll then create a key for the mood tracker, listing anywhere between 3 to 7 different moods that you could be in, and designating a different color for each mood, so that at the end of each day you can reflect back on the events that happened that day and determine what your overall mood for that day would be. And then at the end of the month or year, you can look back on that page and reflect. This reflection can help put any future events into perspective, especially if you saw that you were having a lot of negative emotions throughout the entire month. Because in the end, you're here, you're alive, and you're okay. And even though those days may have sucked living through them, you can look back on it and reflect and be able to put your mind into perspective throughout future occurrences of those days. Because in the end, you are getting through it, and it may not actually be as bad as you think it is. Now that you know the basics behind a mood tracker, here are 3 examples of what that mood tracker page could look like in your own bullet journal. This first example is going to be the yearly one. Basically, what I'm going to do is draw a large grid using the squares that already exist on the dotted page of the bullet journal. Because of the consistent square shapes of the entire chart will make, it will look pixelated in a way. So to start, I'm just writing pixels at the top of the page and making it look pixelated versus smooth. And then just coloring all the little squares in to form the letters of the word. Going down the page now, I'm just writing 1 through 31 for the dates of each month, and then writing the first letter of each month going horizontally across. I then used a pencil to draw the large box because it's less conspicuous than using a pen. After drawing the grid, now I'm just writing in the 5 different moods I have in mind. First one being a great day, productive, feeling happy, excited. Second being an average day, normal or uneventful. Third being kind of an day, feeling tired or lackluster. Fourth, feeling sad, stressed, or depressed. And the 5th one being frustrated, irritable, or anxious. And then I'll just assign each mood to a different color. And here's what it could look like all filled in. It will be really cool seeing the explosion of color at the end of the year. This second example will be great for a monthly mood tracker. Basically what I do is draw a large flower on the page, and within each petal of the flower I'll write the date. I only went up to 28 petals because I wanted the flower to be even for the aesthetic purposes of this video, but you can easily add 2 or 3 more petals to the flower. I then drew in the leaves coming from the flower to add a little something extra, and went ahead and filled them in with a green marker. Now to assign the colors. I wanted to do a smiley face type of mood description here, so I only did 3 colors of different shades of purple. That way the flower doesn't end up being super multicolored, but you will still be able to tell the difference between the colors. And then assign them a frowning face, a kind of indifferent face, and then a happy face. And here's what the flower could look like at the end of the month with all the petals filled in. As you can see, there's still a noticeable enough difference between the mood colors. This last example is probably my favorite. This is going to be more than just a mood tracker, but also a meditation tracker. I try meditating every day myself, and I definitely notice a difference in my demeanor when I do meditate. I'm usually much more calm and relaxed. So I'm creating the circle chart, and basically what you'll do is fill in the days that you do meditate, and then fill in the mood that you had that day. At the end of the month, you can look at the chart and see if there's any correlation between meditation and your mood. After drawing the grid and numbering everything with the dates of the month, I drew this Om symbol in the center and wrote Namaste. 2 things that are largely associated with meditation and such. Now assigning the colors to the moods, I again went with different shades of a blue and drew that Om symbol again for each one. I then assigned the moods of joy, indifferent, lackluster, and sadness to the colors. Then at the top, I titled the page Meditation and Mood Trackers, and then wrote a little quote in the remainder of space and wrote, "Calm your mind of life's worries." And here we have the finished product at the end of the month with everything filled in, and I think it looks really cool. So what do you think? Are you going to add a mood tracker into your next bullet journal spread? Let me know in the comments down below, and feel free to tag me in them on Instagram so I can see all of your amazing different mood tracker page layouts. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and for more Bujo Fridays every week, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be sure to follow me on Instagram for behind the pages insight into my life and work, and make sure you take a look at my blog post down below if you want to see close-ups of my mood trackers today. See you next week. Bye!